Nancy Lombardo, and I'm with Digital Publishing at the Eccles Health Sciences Library right next door. And I'm going to talk to you about the Journal of the Academy of Health Sciences Educators. It's a pre-print repository. And so this journal is sponsored by AHSE, as I like to call us. And part one consists of an online platform where we pre-print manuscripts that have been peer-reviewed and meet a certain quality standard. And part two is that you can get peer coaching in order to prepare your manuscript to get it to the quality and perhaps even go on to publish in an external journal. And if you want to visit the site, it's jahse.med.utah.edu. So kind of easy to remember. So the goal is to have friendly, mentored peer review, and it is the fellows of the Academy who help with that peer review. It's an opportunity for you to improve and revise a manuscript, and you can receive some constructive advice as you do that. And you can prepare your manuscript for external publication, and any articles that are accepted into a scholarly journal, we remove the pre-publication and we just leave the abstract and put a link to that external publication. So it helps disseminate your work even further. It's also a nice way to just share work with U of U Health Sciences faculty. So you don't have to publish in an external journal. You can cite that publication on your CV. It can give new faculty some confidence in their writing and some assistance in getting work ready. And the editorial board also gains experience that they can put on their CV for service. We have a very illustrious editorial board with members from each of the colleges in the health sciences. And so these are the people who do the reviews of the manuscripts, and often they request revisions, so it's a very good practice session for a publication. You get some experience with that. Now, the definition of a preprint, this is from the editor of Perspectives on Medical Education, and that is a journal that does accept articles that have been pre-printed. And a preprint, as you can read yourself, it's a complete version of a manuscript that's pre-printed prior to publication in a scholarly journal. And the Perspectives on Medical Education is in favor of pre-printing. They think it improves quality prior to publication. And we, led by Nina Swaneveld, who's my colleague at the library, and the editorial board did submit a letter to the editor of PME and just suggesting that we too think that pre-publication is an important step and can really enhance the quality of a journal article. And Nina did a review of 70 journals that are related to educational scholarship, and she evaluated their thoughts on pre-printing, and 76% of those journals will publish an article that has been pre-printed in a repository. 16% will not, and then 9% we couldn't tell what their policy was and couldn't get that information. So we feel that being able to pre-print your scholarship prior to acceptance in an external journal is really valuable, and that the peer coaching that you can get and the improvement of the article is all of value and improves the end product. So we just that's one of our goals. If you are interested in submitting, if you go to the website, there's a submission tab along the top, and that opens the submission page, and you have two options. You can just submit your manuscript for review, or you can request a peer coach to help you develop that manuscript a little bit more before you submit it. You'll also find Nina's spreadsheet of 70 journals that are related to educational scholarship with their preprint policy identified. So, for example, if you really want to get your article into academic medicine, you can check here and they say no, they won't accept something pre-printed. So you can still get the peer coaching, and we just will put the preprint into the journal, and then you can go ahead and send your manuscript off to the journal. But it's a nice way to kind of see the journals that are available in the field. This is not comprehensive. There are probably other journals that we haven't listed, but it's a good set of 70 journals that are related. So that is a resource there. And there are also some examples of how to cite your pre-publication on your CV. So if you do publish something, you want to be sure and get it on your CV. So this is for the 6 months of 2022, January through June. This is our whole publication list. But we have received articles from most of the colleges. We'd still like to receive something from someone in dentistry. So if you're out there in dentistry, you can be the first. But we really want to be inclusive and have everybody included. And the reviews generally take 1 week to 1 month. So it's a fairly fast turnaround to get some feedback. We have 3 articles that have been published in external journals. So these are examples that we removed the preprint, and the abstract is there with a link to the published article. And just to give you an idea, now this is January through June of 2022, and these are just the number of hits on specific articles. These are our top few articles. So you can see that they are getting hit. The top article has 237 views. So people are viewing these articles once they're published in JAWSE Pre. So you do get some exposure. And these are our statistics for that same period. We've had 876 users, over 1,100 sessions. So people are viewing the journal, and we are getting users from 61 countries, which I think is pretty impressive. So people out there in the world are viewing our educational scholarship. So we encourage you to participate, and if there are any questions, I'm happy to take them.